fuel, baby.
You know, it's interesting how you're working because, like you said, you're boisterous, you're very transparent, you don't leave nothing on the table. So now a lot of women, that's backfiring on them. You see what I'm saying? And they're having issues. I'm watching Asian doll say she's regretting being on OnlyFans. I watched another girl saying that all these maneuvers because they felt like bosses, they didn't get the accolade, they didn't get the right dude. Like, I know you gave an abstract understanding, but what were the steps to really overcome that? Because like Esso and I talk, we're looking at girls, we're like, damn, your titties out. But
they're having a hard time
you're
overcoming
not,
that lane.
You're only gonna be looked at as recreational.
Okay, so this is
How did you avoid just being recreational smashing?
great mentors and putting God first because he leads me.
All right.
I have to give him his credit. When I'm confused and I hit a brick wall, I can't make it up. I stop and I pray. And I ask God. I got the Holy Bible on my phone right now. It's an alert. It goes off randomly throughout the day. If I ignore it, it'll keep going off till I stop and read whatever scripture it is. And 9 times out of 10, it's something applying to whatever I was questioning, whatever I was unsure about. I ask God for clarity. And I also ask him for discernment. And if you don't know what discernment is, that is being able to act quick on your feet in spaces of uncertainty. Anything that is going to block my focus or fog my judgment and my way of thinking, whether it's drugs, whether it's a man, whether it's the group of friends I'm around or the environment I'm in, even if I really want to be there, it may not serve me to be there. I want to be everywhere. But God only wants me to be in rooms that serve purpose and I'm celebrated it. So I advise these women that are having so much difficulty in finding their lane and how to get to a place of happiness and really truly be happy with what you're doing and what you're putting out there, not what you think everybody else wants to see and going home and crying and be like, I can't believe I did that, but the check was good. I'm past that point about, like I said to Esso, I've been getting money. And my brand isn't built on Lambos, diamonds, and flashing money and design. I got all of that, but I'll spend $1,500 on a wig before I do that on a bag. You understand what I'm saying? Our priorities are kind of different. You know, I like to live good. I like walking in my house and my house looks great. I don't care what everybody else on the outside looks like. I'm like a trapper. I wear the same outfit 3 days in a row if nobody saw me in it. Why? Because I'm not doing this for everybody else. I'm doing this to get to a space where I'm comfortable in life. You know, so like I said, keeping God first and just having great mentors. I remember being in King of Diamonds, and this is when I first started like wanting to be an artist. And Rico Love, he's one of my good friends. And he said to me, if you want people to, and this is when the Black China is, Cardi's was just coming out. Cardi's was one of my good friends. I brought her to King of Diamonds. You understand what I'm saying? And he said to me, if you want people to take you serious, you have to leave the club. And I didn't understand it at that moment because I'm like, all these girls is getting famous from being strippers and rappers, you know, strappers. Everybody's getting famous from getting on the pole, having niggas, because that's what people want.
Rapping.
And rapping. He threw 60,000 at her and she drops a song. It's amazing. She goes viral, but that wasn't the formula for me. See, you got to stop watching everybody else because that may not be your formula to success. So having great mentors and keeping God first, I think a lot of girls are missing. They don't have a good circle. They don't have a good team of friends. They don't have an example. It's kind of like they say, like, you are who your company is. So I had to change my company. I was a stripper in the club, but I had to stop hanging out with them.
How hard was that? Because I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I talk to people about that all the time. I say, yo, if you around doodoo head niggas, don't talk to me about what the doodoo head circle did because they doodoo head niggas. They not searching for nothing. They're not trying to become nothing. They're in a holding pattern. This is what they're gonna do, right? But even in my situation, I might not have had doodoo head niggas, but I had a lot of hood niggas around me. It was very hard to switch off and not just be with the people and do the things that I used to do because you had to go to other places and do different things and step your own standards up. You couldn't wait for them no more. How fucking hard was that or is that for you right now?
It's not hard anymore. But it took me about 5 years to transition, which means people no longer walking into a room. I had to change people's perceptions of me. I'm the stripper girl. I pop pussy, I climb the pole. I'm in Live on Sunday, King of Diamonds Monday. That was really my life. We go to Live on Sunday to go meet the niggas, bring the King of Diamonds on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're on a yacht because they only in town for a short time. And your whole premises is you're in survival mode. You're trying to get the bag. You're chasing the bag. You got to get the money. And so you forget everything else in the purpose. I had no purpose chasing this money. I advise any girl, I'm never going to tell you a path to take, but if you want to be a stripper, you want to be in the club, go in with a purpose. See, now when I step in a strip club, I have purpose. I'm about to buy a house. So if I step in, I'm going to grab 10 bands so I can put that down and close it. I'm not coming back no more because I don't need to meet niggas. I'm not looking for a trick. I'm not looking for a sugar daddy. I'm not looking to be saved no more. And I'm damn sure not in survival mode no more. You know, I watch girls go to the club every day because they're in survival mode. They got kids to feed. They got bills to pay. They got so many, and they're not doing the right thing when they getting that money.
You know, because the key words, the key phrase she said was "no more" to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you in that mode, it's a lot of people that's in that mode. And they making decisions and they saying shit and they doing shit and burning bridges and they don't even understand you doing that because you in survival mode. You can't really see clearly. If you even understand that, because people that's been there and come out of it, you look at the same thing that happened while you was in survival mode than when you're not survival mode, and you like, it wasn't even that fucking serious. You know what I'm saying? And then you coming back to it. So the key is that no more and understanding and knowing where you're at with your situation, because if people sit down and do it, and I tell people this all the time, I tell Heineken this a lot, I tell my wife this a lot, I'll be like, yo, sit down and think about this shit. And when I say sit down and think about it, I don't mean just think about it for an hour or today. It's a process of thinking about it. And thinking about something is over the course of a week or a month or months. You're thinking out a process on how to win, not just thinking about the fucking situation, why it happened, why it shouldn't have happened, how you could have prevented it, how you could have made money off of it. That's process of days. You're not gonna figure that out right away. So while you're thinking that you're taking a long time to think about something, you're actually putting the work in.
Word of strategy.
And then you become a strategist, and then you come back out and you're better from that.
Yeah, because me going in the strip club 10 years ago and me stepping in the strip club now, the game is different. I have a different...
It smells different to you. Right?
One, I have nothing in common with the girls in the club. I have nothing in common with them. We don't even speak. I get dressed and I hit the floor. Because while I'm here and while you're here, clearly it's not the same reason. I see girls come to work just to get high.
They don't want to be there.
They don't even want to be there. Bitch, I don't even want to be there.
But think about it. You got these, well, depending on what type of strip club. But it's like dirty niggas and guys they don't find attractive, guys who don't have a personality.
The strip club is wild dirty.